This video will present the warehousing software. The warehousing software is designed to allow full control over all inventory-related functions. The primary functions are receipts, shipments, and inventory. Opening the receiving list shows all of the receipts currently in the software as well as their current status. If we click on the New button, we can create a brand new receipt and enter the basic information. From here we select the customer, the general information such as the pickup date, and we can enter scheduled information, so if this is being created in advance we can enter that here. The carrier bringing the products to the warehouse, as well as the origin of the products. The Plan tab is for receipts that have been created from another source, such as transferred from DispatchMate, the warehouse web module, or via EDI. This can also be filled in automatically if you have the wireless warehouse module. If this is being created manually by a user, in the Receipt tab we can right-click and select a product, and this displays all the products for that customer. Once we choose a product, we can right-click to repeat the product, and we can determine how many additional pallets we would like to add to this receipt. We can add other products as well, once again by right-clicking and choosing those products, and repeating if necessary. Once we've selected the product and determined the number of pallets, here we can enter more detailed information about this receipt, such as the lot number, any notes, as well as modify the quantity or the dimension or the weight. This information is populated automatically based on the product profile, however it can still be modified if needed. Once we save the receipt, it's assigned an identification number. However, this has yet to be received in the software. Once we change the status to received, now this is officially in inventory. The final stage is put away. And this brings up a list of all of the different pallets we've just received, and we're going to tell the software where we would like to store them in the warehouse. If we double click, we can browse the list of bins available, and once we choose, those have now been transferred to that location in the software. At this point we can also generate labels if needed. And this takes the information from each pallet and creates an alphanumeric code as well as a barcode along the right side of the screen, and these can be generated as a paper form or stickers to be stuck on each pallet. We can also generate a receiving slip and a loading sheet. This can be sent off to the customer if needed, so they can see a confirmation of what's just been received. Now that the receipt has been completed, it's now in inventory. We can view this in the inventory screen. Here we can view one client's inventory or multiple clients, or one warehouse or multiple warehouses as well. If we refresh, we'll see all of the client's current inventory. We can narrow down the search criteria by selecting particular bins or lot numbers and so on. And once we determine what we'd like to see on screen, we can then send this off, print it, fax it, or email it. If we preview the data, it gives us a summary of all that information on screen. As well as all the subtotals and the pallet counts of each particular product. So if your customer requires a monthly inventory report, this can be sent directly off right from the software. The next stage is the shipment. If we open up the shipping list, we can see the list of all the shipments in the software and their status. Hitting New allows us to create a brand new shipment where we enter very similar information from the receipt, such as the customer, the date, the carrier taking the products from the warehouse to its final destination, which can be entered in the consignee section, and so on. As well, there's a plan section, so if this shipment has come from another source, such as the wireless warehouse module or Dispatchmate via the web or EDI, that will be displayed here. If it's being created by the user, in the Shipping tab, we right-click and add the products. Once we determine the products to ship, we do the source selection, and this lets us choose exactly which pallet from which bin to send. Once we send that, we can also send this directly to Dispatchmate. This will create a customer order in the Dispatchmate software, which will show on the user's dispatch board so they can assign it to a driver. We can also generate a bill of lading, a shipping slip, or a loading sheet. There's a wide variety of other inventory functions such as movement, splitting pallets, pick and pack, adjustments, assembly, and so on. The software also has a number of reports available to run. Some of the reports are very detailed about specific functions such as shipments or receipts, or we can also run the activity report, and this is the most commonly used report because here we can select multiple types of activities and choose what we want to see for a certain date range. Once we enter that selection criteria, we can see all those activities for this customer, at which point we can print, fax, or email this information. In regards to billing, we can create general rates as well as customer-specific rates and even rates specific to particular products. We create rate profiles based on certain parameters, and this can be activity types. We can add a bracket base as well as the fee base, and we can base this on units, pallets, days, weight, and so on. Once we've created the rate profile, we can then apply it to a customer profile, and then we can tailor the rate even further based on the customer billing requirements. The result of this is when we run the billing, we can enter the customer profile as well as the billing period and scan the database. This automatically determines the quantity and the rate to bill the customer and calculates the amount automatically. From here, we can provide the customer with a general invoice or a more detailed invoice as well. This lists all of the transactions during that period. And this concludes the warehouse demo video of the software. For more information, visit our website and request a demo, or call or email us. All that information is available in the video description. Thank you.